good morning, and welcome back. First, I have to put a little disclaimer in here. I'm still recovering, if you will, from the cold and my allergies that I collected. I don't even know the words to use now, about a week or two ago. And so you'll hear me sniffling, you'll hear my voice is a little raspy. I lost my voice for about a week. Had to go into the doctor, etc., etc. So I want to get those apologies out the way. All right, this video is an unpacking of Temu. And it's also a price shop comparison. When I go shopping for especially major things, little bitty gadget items, I'm really not too concerned about the price. But when you start getting into like the 40s, the 50s, the 100s, you know, those type of prices, then I really price shop. Because as I mentioned, excuse me, a while back, I am semi-retired. I'm a baby boomer. And money is tight, especially for seniors. You seniors out there know what I'm talking about. We get a fixed amount of money from our pension or from our Social Security. And it, you know, whatever COLA we get really doesn't cover the increase in prices, period. But enough of that. Now, I have a friend who's surprised that I shop on Temu, that I buy items from Temu. And as I mentioned over and over again, I price shop. And one of the places that I compare Temu prices with is Amazon, where I get a lot of things. But one thing I've realized is that a lot of items that are sold on Amazon are also sold on Temu. I mean, they're the same Chinese company. All right, they just go by a different brand, but it's coming out of the same factory. And what I'm going to show you, excuse me, is this shopping cart in front of you. Now, I've had this black shopping cart for years, and it's still in good condition, but it's starting to get a little beat up with some cracks. So I went looking for another shopping cart. Now this one, a few years back, I paid, I think, $29 for, which is the average. I think these are still selling for about $29. Again, excuse me. So I decided I wanted to go up a little bit, upgrade, if you will. All right, so I went to Temu, and in the back you'll see this box. I haven't unpacked it yet. I haven't looked at it. So I have a few things to say about it before I unpack it. This is the one that I bought from Temu, and you'll see it's $43.93. And there is no import charge. Now, Temu is good about this. They have a line item in your checkout that shows you how much the import charge is. And as you know, our president has been going up and down. They call him Taco Trump because one day, you know, 1 week it's 145%, which practically shut Temu China down. I mean, they weren't shipping out of China. And then he went to 30%. So I think now Temu is shipping a little bit out of China. But they also were very smart in that they started how should I say, coordinating or making partnerships with local warehouses in the United States. So the last couple of items that I've gotten from Temu have come out of California. Now, they're still Chinese products. But I find, and I don't know how they worked this out because they did that switch real quick. But it's similar to what you would get from Amazon. You know how Amazon has a lot of warehouses around the United States, and they ship from their warehouses, and you can get it in a day or two. Well, Temu, because it's a local warehouse, you're not going to get your package in a day or two. unless you specify in your shipping that you want it FedExed overnight. Now, if you just do the regular shipping through local warehouse, it's going to take you up to 2 weeks to get your product, as compared to Amazon. If you're a Prime member, you get it in about 2 to 3 days. And actually, it's taking longer than that, because I'm a Prime member, and I noticed that the shipping of items that I purchase is taking a lot longer. You should be here in a day or two. Now it's taking about 5 days. So I don't know who's responsible for that. I don't know if it's the warehouse's responsibility or the USPS. I just don't know. It's just that, if you need something overnight, if you need something really quick, you're going to have to up your shipping game to FedEx overnight. All right, so this invoice, let me see, subtotal was $39.85. I had to pay sales tax. Shipping was free. That's a really big surprise, because, like I said, it's coming from California to Illinois. So, I don't know how they work this out. But anyhow, I got a deal, because this, as I mentioned again, was $43.93. And I went to Amazon to comparison shop. This is the same shopping cart. And you'll notice this is $69. All right. Let me see if there's, okay, Prime 1 day. Because I'm a Prime member, I do get free shipping. But it's still $69. And I pulled up several of these shopping carts, because I just wanted to know, could I get as good a deal as Temu? And I guess not. So we're going to put all of this down. And let me see. I'm going to open up this. Okay, bear with me, guys. I'm going to open up my Temu package, because I haven't looked at it. I don't know if they sent me the right things I ordered. I'll know by the wheels. Okay, I got what I ordered. I can tell by the wheels. All right, and this is what I was really looking for, was, the wheels are much better than the one that I have. So that's the end of my presentation about Temu versus Amazon. So I will still order from Temu, but again, they're going to have to be, bigger prices, $40, $50, or $100 type prices. And I will price shop. Now, the one thing I will say about Temu, I'm not satisfied. Well, there are several things. I'm not satisfied with the communications, trying to contact the seller to get more information. Temu gives you very, very skimpy information about your product. Materials are not listed. The address of the seller is not listed. When I click through to this seller, which is Hola US, Hola US, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they're Mexican or Hawaiian or what. No addresses, no phone numbers appeared. And that's the comparison to Amazon, where you can contact the seller. The other thing is the returns. If this is not what I want, how do I return it? Who do I return it to? I have a return address, but there's no invoice or statement inside, nothing to, so I have to go through Temu again for return, and God knows what they'll tell me, probably that I have to ship it back to the original seller. So those are some downfalls, if you will, the negatives of Temu. So you have to be very careful what you're ordering. I don't order clothing from Temu because I don't trust Chinese sizing. I prefer to stick with U.S. brands like Lands' End, LL Bean, and Taylor, you know, because I know that my sizing is going to be right. I just ordered something from China, some clothing from China via Amazon. It was a top. I ordered extra large. They sent me a small in an extra large package. I mean, that's what the label said, extra large. It was a small. So I had to send it back because remember that these factories out of China, even Vietnam, if they're not a brand name, a U.S. brand name, and it's some kind of off-brand name, this is related to clothing only, then you're probably going to get a small size. All right, again, okay, I went a little longer than I wanted to. I'm sorry, guys, but I appreciate you sticking with me and seeing this little demonstration about Temu versus Amazon and why I buy from one versus the other. Again, I still buy from Amazon, especially if I want it quickly. If I want something quickly, I still buy from Amazon. I also buy from other sellers like Target and Home Depot. So I'm not strictly, but let's face it, a lot of these items on Target and Home Depot are Chinese made. Okay, so you just have to do your homework. You have to be very specific about what you want. All right, that's it. I'm done. Give me a like. I appreciate everybody who stops by and listens to me, and everybody who, again, gives me a like. Subscribe if you would like, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.